Hello, everyone. You're welcome to this podcast. And let me start by wishing you a happy new year. Welcome to the year 2026. And I'm so glad that you are here. I'm so glad I'm here before you, talking to you and smiling at you. All right. So I believe it's going to be a great year. And as we start the year and as we look back at 2025, we hope to become greater. We hope to become better. We hope to become brighter, So today we'll be talking about 7 things that you must do differently to win in 2026. Okay, when I talk about 7 things you must do differently, it can be paraphrased as 7 things you must do better. And the reason why I say it's better is that some of the things I'm going to say here, you might have done it in the previous year, but you need to improve on it. Or you're among a class of people that you have not done it before and you just want to do it differently. You want a new start. You want a new life. You want to live a very purposeful and meaningful life so that by the end of 2026, you're going to look back and see how far you have lived. This video is for you. All right. So just stay till the end, watch, learn. If you have a pen or a jotter, write something down, pen it down in your mind too, and make sure you learn from this video. All right. Number 1 is be more intentional about self-growth and development. I say it again. Be more intentional about self-growth and development. Now, the self-growth and development can be in concerned areas of your life. There might be certain areas of your life that you need to improve yourself. All right. There might be certain area of your life that you need to develop yourself. Be very much intentional about self-growth and development, and not just in concerned areas, in all the areas of your life, in all the aspects of your life, both physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, morally, and otherwise. Be very much intentional in self-growth or about self-growth and development. So how can you be more intentional about self-growth and development in this year? Read more books. Read more books. And I didn't just say buy new books. Read more books. Now, the goal is not to have a library, but to be a library. It's not to have a library, but to be a library. You don't want to just buy books to just keep there, just doing nothing there, maybe just to build a library when you haven't read those books. No, invest in books, and don't just invest your money on it. Also invest your mind, invest your energy on it. Read more books. All right. How else can you be very much intentional about self-growth and development? Listen to more podcasts, attend more seminars, learn from people's experiences, learn from your past experiences, listen to people's stories, see how their stories can shape your life positively. So be very, very much intentional about self-growth and development. I spoke in one podcast last year that one way of finding your purpose is by self-development. Self-development, self-improvement, because people are not going to listen to you unless you have built yourself, unless you have developed yourself, unless you have worked on yourself. People won't pay attention to you. People won't see you as valuable unless you work on yourself. So, in fact, this number 1, I'm saying, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. Work on yourself. Whatever area that you need to work on yourself in 2026, work on that. All right. Maybe you eat too much, reduce the way you eat. You sleep a lot. You do this, you do that, and you know that is not going to contribute to your personal self development and self growth. Work on that. and make sure that by the end of this year, you must have worked on certain areas of your life and become much more better. The second thing you must do differently to win in 2026 is don't repeat the mistakes of last year. I say it again. Don't repeat the mistakes of last year. Repeating a mistake is a sign that you haven't learned from your mistakes. And the truth is that as humans, we are prone to repeat mistakes because we might have forgotten about the mistakes, or we haven't learned about the mistakes, or we haven't, really built ourselves not to repeat those mistakes again. So do your best to repeat the mistakes. You know your personal life, you know the mistakes that you made last year, financial mistakes, relational mistakes, maybe in your relationship with people, the relationships that you lost, the relationships that did not benefit you, and all that, the businesses that you invested in and did not benefit you because of you made the mistake in that. Do your best to learn from mistakes. As human beings, we are always characterized by mistakes, but do your best. Look at the mistakes of the previous years, not just last year, other years, and then work on it. Know how you can be able to fix that so that you don't make or you repeat that same mistake. All right. Then the third thing that you must do differently to win in 2026 is accept that you will fail or make mistakes. Now, before I talked about not repeating your mistakes, all right? Now, this is something that you also need to understand. Accept the fact that even though you try to correct the mistakes of last year, you are also going to make mistakes this year. The truth is that you are not perfect. No man is perfect. No one is perfect. All right. But the first thing is that you have to also accept that you will fail, or you might fail, or you can fail this year, or you can make mistakes. All right. That's the first thing. And have this mantra that you might fail, but you're not a failure. Even though you fail in any aspect, even though you make mistake in any aspect of life this year, believe and understand that you are not a failure. For example, you are a student and you had a failed grade, you had a failed subject, a failed test. Still believe you're not a failure. All right. Accept that you might make mistakes, you might fail. Accepting that you fail or you make mistakes is not a license for you to now live carelessly or to now intentionally make those mistakes, but understanding that there might be some certain areas or some certain times where you might fail or make mistakes. So be willing to fail. Yes, be willing to fail, but at the same time, be open to corrections. Be willing to fail, be willing to make mistakes, be open to correction. And if you fail, do it again. If you fail, repeat it. My dad always says this, that if you fail, do it again. If you failed an exam, write it again. All right. So accept that you are prone to making mistakes this year, but then also open your heart for corrections. Can be corrections from people older than you, corrections from people younger than you, corrections from your subordinates, your team members, your juniors. Anyhow, do well to accept those corrections because it's for your own good. You know, there is this quote that I got from the late Miles Munro, that there is no shame in knowledge. There is no shame in knowledge. So don't also think that you are meant to, or you are ought to know this thing at this particular time. The reason why you don't know that thing is because of you haven't gone to learn it. Do you understand? So you made a mistake because of ignorance. Do well to learn that thing and become better. Okay. So the fourth thing that you must do differently to win in 2026 is understand this. Life is hard, but be positive about life. Let that sink. Life is hard, but you must be positive about life. Life is hard. Very, very hard. Very hard, but it must be positive. Understand that you will face hard situations this year. You will face hard circumstances. You will encounter problems and challenges this year. But at the same time, channel your energy positively during those difficult times or during those hard times. Channel your energy positively. What do I mean by channeling your energy positively? Have the following qualities. Number one, high energy. Number two, deliberate intention. Number three, positive thinking. Number four, optimism. So channel your energy, be full of positive energy, deliberate intention, be intentional, positive thinking, and optimism. Think positively, do some positive affirmations. All right, believe in yourself. Hard situations should make you to come out better and stronger. So see those hard situations as way you can be better. Okay, I'm also going to refer to Miles Muro. I love that man so much. I just finished reading his book, one of his books recently. He talked about that. Don't say that I can't do it, but how can I do it? When you face hard situations, hard circumstances, don't just conclude in yourself that, oh, this is beyond your reach, that you can't do anything about it. No, rather ask yourself, how can I do this? How can I get better? Ask people that are better than you how they're able to do it, how they're able to face those hard situations and circumstances. One of my favorite quotes are, the best way to win in life is by turning unexpected circumstances to your advantage. The best way to win in life. I quoted it on X last year, I think, ending of last year, that the best way to win in life is by turning unexpected situations to your advantage. So if you have this understanding and you become optimistic about life, I believe that you are going to win in life. All right, because situations will not always favor you, life will not always favor you. All right, but then when you bring out a positive energy and a positive mindset, it's all about the perspective that you view situations is now very much positive. All right, you're going to win. What is the fifth thing that you must do differently to win in 2026? Influence someone positively. Influence someone positively. Very, very important. Make an impact in someone's life. Make a positive impact in someone's life. Be intentional about helping someone to become a better person. Be very, very intentional. Influence someone. All right. One of the signs that you are living intentionally and meaningfully is when your life influences someone, or when your life can become something that someone can use to rise. I wrote it here that making a positive impact in the life of others is a sign that you are living meaningfully. So be willing to change someone's life. Be willing to could help someone financially, help someone emotionally, help someone mentally, help someone otherwise. Be willing to change someone's life, to influence someone's life. Let your life become something that someone, let it become a model that someone can look up to. Change someone's life, and you're not too young to change someone's life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. And if you can be able to influence at least one person's life, someone can come and testify that, bro, ever since I met you, or lady, ever since I met you, my life has become better. I've learned this from your life. Brother, that is how to win. Sister, that is how to win in 2026. The sixth way, the sixth thing that you must do differently or do better is be consistent in whatever you do. Be consistent in whatever you do. I actually had to chuckle first because consistency is very hard, because it requires discipline and focus. Consistency is really hard. If you meet any motivational speaker, or let me say it this way, sometimes motivational speakers come and say, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. I mean, when they say it looks it looks easy, it sounds easy, but the truth is that consistency is hard, because consistency involves discipline and focus. And this, I'm talking to myself, all right? Because personally, I think I'll try to be consistent on my social media accounts, posting more. I want to be posting more engaging content, or useful content, useful videos that is going to benefit both you and I. Try to focus on the task and accomplish it. Don't leave any tasks unaccomplished. All right. Miles Monroe said that the sign of a great leader is finishing what he started. So it's also all about consistency. If you say, "Oh, I'm going to be going to the gym," I'll be going to the gym every week. Try to be consistent. All right, it's going to involve discipline. You have to discipline yourself. You have to focus on the gym. But, bro, this is something you need to do. Understand that consistency in something positive is going to change your life for the better. The more consistent you get at something, the more you naturally adapt to that thing and get better at it. And then we come to the final one, the seventh thing you must do differently to win in 2026. Love God with all your heart. Love God with all your heart. I am a lover of God, and it's always my passion. It's always my earnest desire to seek Him with all your heart. And I'm encouraging you, seek God with all your heart. Joshua chapter 1 verse 8 talks about that the book of law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate on it daily. Be very love God, open your heart to God, be devoted, be more devoted to scriptures, be more devoted to prayers, be more devoted to Bible study, be more devoted to fellowships, be more devoted to communion, in doing that, you are building your intimacy with God, right? You are building relationship with God. The more you interact with someone, the more you become closer to the person. It's the same with God. The more you interact with God, the closer you get with God. So I think that's the last, and I believe that you learned something from this podcast. Wow. So do well to subscribe. By subscribing, you are helping us build a community of intentional people. So do well to subscribe, do well to like, share to someone that you know needs to watch and plan and have a better way to start 2026. And comment which part blessed you. You have a question, you have a contribution, a part of this video blessed you, do what to comment. Let's just build a community of intentional people, a community of leaders, a community of people that want to change their lives. And as I'm growing, you are growing. I haven't reached there yet, all right? And so as I'm growing, you are growing. So do well to do all these things I've said in this video, and I believe that you are going to become a better person and you're going to win in 2026. So see you in my next video, and bye for now.